Hi, my name is Jackie Citenga. I come from the DRC. I came to South Africa when I was very young, 10 years I believe. So I literally grew up here. Everything I know is here. I did my studies at the University of Johannesburg. I studied accounting, and when I finished my studies, I was so privileged to work as an accountant at a company called Air Liquide, where I practice accounting.
How did you find that job? Like, what did you put into the search description?
You know, quite frankly, you know, it's exactly what I did. I studied accounting, so I opened a profile on LinkedIn because there are some platforms that are just there for us. Although they may say that it's overrated, there's a lot of people, but then you just have to learn the market. Because I did my research knowing that the recruiters do not have much time to go through thousands and thousands of people within in LinkedIn. So I did researches on how they use the search engine in order to select a few people. So the key words like finance or analysis and stuff like that, those are the things that they use in the search engine. So I made sure that on my profile I described exactly what I did or my experiences in school, what I covered, using those words, those professional words that could help me actually accelerate my employment process.
So to clarify, you went onto Google.
Yes.
And then you searched what available jobs there were. And then you made your resume or your CV specific to those type of jobs.
Yes, specific to those type of jobs, and watching also a lot of interviews just to prepare in advance, because you know, if you want something, you just have to cover all the bases, especially as a young black African man who doesn't have privileges just given to them. I can only work with what I have, so I had to make sure that I covered all my bases just to be ready for that one day when the opportunity will knock on my door.
And then, like, what exactly, my question in particular is, okay, now if I had to go search with just my degree now, I would not know where to start with the job title. So do you search bookkeeper? Do you search accountant? Like, what do you search?
I would suggest, first of all, to research the types of jobs within the field of your study.
Oh,
so it's a very vast field. So you can land a job in any department, and you also have to be open-minded. What I mean by that is, yes, you may want to become, let's say, an account controller, but then again, that position may not be available for you. You may start as a clerk, for instance. So make sure, first of all, you know for your level of degree what are the possible jobs out there, and then go into the specifics, you know, particularize exactly the job and learn exactly the words or the skills that are needed within that job, so that you can then formulate or work on your CV in order to be marketable, to put yourself out there. That's exactly what I did. Advice that I would give is to have audacity, you know, in hope. You shouldn't give up on your hope, because that's something that I practiced myself, other than my own beliefs. I had this audacity knowing that I've come so far and I'm not going to accept my current situation. So I just had this audacity in my hope, knowing that I will not remain unemployed, and I will actually make something of myself one day. That's the little advice that I can give, to always keep pushing, keep believing. It may sound like a story in a book, but it's actually true. It works, and it worked for me, because I've been there. I've been unemployed for a few years, and I actually did Uber Eats. It will be unbelievable because people will be like, oh, you're an accountant, you can't believe that you did Uber Eats. I did Uber Eats. I made deliveries just to make ends meet and pay my fees. But then I knew where I was going, and I studied accounting, and I wanted to be an accountant. And it took years, but finally I landed exactly where I wanted to be. So if I had lost that hope, I know it's tough, but we can only try. We can only try to remain true to ourselves and pray about it as well. You know, some things without prayer, you wouldn't actually, won't materialize themselves. So I really believe that faith also is important.